Hello. My name is uh what? My name is who? My name is Slim Shady.
Well, perfect then. So let's go ahead and begin. Welcome to the Minecraft Ray Tracing, or also known as RTX Beta. I'm here with Ellie Spectacular.
Hi.
I'm so glad you could join us.
I'm glad to be here.
Ellie and I started a Minecraft server back in 2010 together.
Oh boy. It's been a decade.
It's been a whole decade.
That's no good. We need to fix that.
We learned everything about the game that existed at that point and nothing about the game after that, really.
Pretty much.
The server lasted until the 2020 pandemic, when we finally shut it down to save on costs, but it has been running continuously for 10 years, our Minecraft server had.
Yeah. It was a good little bappy.
It was amazing.
We changed providers a few times.
Yeah, we did a lot with it. So now Minecraft is introducing real-time ray tracing. So I'm going to go ahead and click play beta. And in the beta, I've taken one of the maps, one of the only survival maps that was available at the beginning, and I've run far away from what was made to show off the ray tracing and made my own thing. So I'll show off what I've done here. Now, when was the last time that you played Minecraft to see it normally?
Today I played a little bit of it because I was editing a joke for a video, which I won't spoil here in case this goes up earlier. But I did. I'm sorry. I'm so distracted by the lights.
Yeah.
So this is ray tracing.
This is real-time ray tracing. So what ray tracing does, is it takes a light source, in this case the sun, and traces it down. So what they did for the beta is they've given every block in Minecraft 4 additional values. So reflectiveness, coarseness, a couple others. I don't know them at the moment. But sort of everything has a new value.
Goodness. That was a metal pressure plate, wasn't it?
That was an iron pressure plate, yeah.
Yeah, so you could see like the grooves. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And so as the sun travels, so also do the shadows, and those are being calculated live. So the sun is right now overhead, and so these bricks have their shadow underneath. But as the sun moves, the shadows will move.
Yeah, I can see them shifting ever so slightly.
Yeah. So I made a couple things to show that off. But this is ray traced Minecraft, so everything's a little different. The water's super different.
Yeah, one of the only, and I may be confusing ray tracing with something else, but I feel like I heard a thing recently about like using ray tracing technology to create realistic liquid physics.
Yes.
So like for instance, Half-Life Alyx, they've just released, or pretty recently as of recording, the ability for it to include ray tracing technology, and so when you pick up bottles full of liquid, they actually slosh around in VR like they're full of liquid.
Yeah. So this is underwater, and you've got the reflectivity of the underwater, so you see the creeper just looks super creepy, like just his feet over there as he tries to get over to me.
Now, is that intentional, or is that like a bug?
Oh, that's intentional. The water's supposed to be reflective, so I can see through it, and I can see it reflecting up.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can only barely see through it though.
But that's because there's so much light coming in. The light reflecting into the water is reflecting back to me on the top of the water. If I did this at night, I'd be able to see through the water way clearer at that tree if the tree was illuminated.
What this is doing is it's making me question reality. It's making me wonder, like, wait, is that what shit looks like underwater? It's been so long, I don't remember.
I haven't swam in so long. Kind of. It's not a perfect representation of what underwater looking at stuff feels like. One of the coolest things that they've done is when things are opaque, like these leaves,
Mm-hmm.
Those leaves are only blocking the light where they're opaque, and they green like the
So
green
it's,
light shines through.
yeah, so it's creating a partial shadow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So the
so
shadow,
cool.
if I had a block that was right behind it, you'd see the clear outprint. But because it's traveled this far, it's diffused together, and so I just get less light as this leaf, and then as I get denser, I get more and more, and so I can get in the middle of daylight very dark blocks when the light is
Mm-hmm.
obscured. And so the sun's going down, and you'll see these shadows get obscenely long, and then the light will get parallel with this dirt, and you can see all the reflectivity of sort of the grass blades. So
That
right
is
here,
crazy cool.
you can see that coming in and the long shadows of the lights as the sun goes down.
Yeah, yeah. And it's also interesting to me that because Minecraft has because it's all on a grid,
Mm-hmm.
the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, but like so perfectly so that none of these shadows are at an angle.
Right.
um,
Right. So I did the thing that I always do. I built a little tower here to see the
mhm.
god rays cut across from the mountain. That's pretty
Oh
great.
yeah.
I've got a polished tower over here, and so when it gets night, we'll take a look at those. The polished nature of this allows light to travel further. So when you
Mhm.
don't have the sun directly shining on things, and I built this cool house
That
to
is a
sort
pretty
of
cool
show
house.
that off. When you don't have the sun shining directly on things, you get a lot of light refraction. So I've got light
Yeah,
bouncing off of this
I can see
and
that a little bit.
illuminating
Yeah.
back through here. And I've got light
Oh,
shining there, and it's bouncing down. So this whole thing would... oh, I have a mistake. Oh, we can watch the rays trace. And so you can see even the brown of the dirt
oh,
and the
I
green of
can
the
see that.
grass
Oh, that's
is
so nifty.
reflecting its colors back on the bounce light, because all of this is just refracted light that's made its way down here to
Oh my gosh,
illuminate
that's
this.
so cool.
And so it's super cool that the only light sources are ones that are generated. So only lights make light. Oh, look at that water. Only light makes light. And so that's one of the differences in normal Minecraft, because you'd have those torches and they'd just spread light. So as many blocks
Mhm.
away from a light source as you were, that's what your light would look like. But that's not the case anymore. Now, this block is only partially illuminated, but at the angle of this light source, it's traced up here, and only a little bit traces up to the next block and the next block. And
Yeah,
so I get this shadow and this dynamic lighting. As soon as the sun goes down, it'll be dangerous for me, so I'll pull my sword out.
right.
Uh,
And I
but you
do
can
like that.
see, because these are polished, there's so much spread that the light can have
And
up the sides.
it looks like it's also doing that with the object in your inventory. Like it's
Yes.
adequately, yeah,
Yeah, so if I
considering that.
turn so my sword and I are facing it, I am a 3D object in the world. It doesn't render me in my shadow unless I'm in third person view,
Sure.
but my object is definitely appropriately illuminated. Wow, it's so dangerous out here.
Yeah, this is great. It's kind of the comment I made about
The light on the cloud. Oh,
the comment I had made about the very straight shadow relative to the sun is kind of one of those many examples, one of the many examples of how like Minecraft continues to be uncanny no matter how realistic you try to make it.
mm-hmm.
No matter like what environment it gets put into or what context is in, it's always just like there's still like some weird uncanniness about everything being blocky and
Yeah.
rigid.
So I've got a new moon, and so my moon rays are going to be a little bit lesser. But the moon goes
Ooh,
through its cycles, and when I have a full moon, it's pretty dang bright and pretty dang blue out
that's
here
pretty awesome. I like that a lot.
with your starlight and everything else going on. So I'm going to hop down into an epic dig and show you that without sunlight.
Oh boy, I love the epic digs.
Yeah, it's a
Ooh.
method that I've been developing for 10 years of strip mining.
That explains why it's called an epic dig. Because if we had come up with that in 2020, we'd be like, no, that's a terrible name.
That's not epic. Yeah, yeah. But you know, in 2010, it was great.
In 2010, we were all saying epic all the time, unironically.
So the torches, I had to change the way that I was doing torches. Because if I put one on a corner, like this here, this torch is being blocked by this wall, and this block isn't seen. So you get to a point real quickly where maybe it's lit enough so that you don't have mobs, but you can't identify what the block is that is in front of you. So I've been working on this for, a couple hours now, and I've got to this point. There's caves that we'll explore and see the cave lighting dynamically, and then I found this ravine.
Oh! Whoa!
And the lava is just lighting everything up because the thing about rays is that they don't stop. Like, they just go. So this lava is going to illuminate until it's obscured by something.
Interesting.
It's just going to, like, if this was open to the sky from the top, you'd have light from the lava coming up because it's so bright.
I see. That's super cool.
And then the fog is fogged because of the lighting.
Yeah. Now I'm assuming that's not also true of torches. Like, because they're less bright, they're not gonna stretch infinitely high if there's no blocks obscuring it.
Well, it gets interesting because I can continue to barely see something. So when I was making a tunnel, I could see if I put a torch here, I could see that block. So as far in this block range as it went, I could see that slightly illuminated from a distance. And I would continue to see it and continue to see it. But every single other block around it would just become completely unidentifiable as the light went. So practically, even though there is light on it and that block is illuminating a little bit, you've also got your player view. You adjust to the light. So if I'm in this place, my eyes are adjusting to this, and so the brightness of the whole setting changes. But if I get into a darker corner, the whole lighting shifts, and it'll show me those blocks a little bit more clearly. And so it gives you that realistic feeling of being blinded by bright light and then adjusting to dark light quickly.
You could have the climax of Star Wars Episode 3 in that room.
Yeah, so like, here's the torch. It's shining here. If I continue to remove blocks, I'll continue to see them, but this just gets darker and darker and darker. Because it doesn't have a torch on it. And then because I'm digging down, it just gets broader and broader and broader that way.
Sure. Now this is this an official thing that's been released by the Minecraft folks, or is this like a fan made sort of mod?
This is an official Minecraft beta.
Gotcha.
So you can join the beta if you have an RTX graphics card and a system strong enough to run it, which
RTX on.
Basically, yeah. So like down here, it just feels so much more like going into a mine, because you've got to be real careful about your light. The water underground is super cool.
Oh, ooh, you can barely see that water.
Yeah. And then the
still got the
ores,
like cartoony blue particle effect.
yes. The ore shines way brighter than everything around it. So I can see iron and I can see diamond and emerald and gold from way further away. So maybe if I'm up,
you can see all the Pokemon games at once.
Yes. So if I take this away, I can continue to see that that's shining out from whatever light's hitting it, because it's got a much higher reflectivity setting on it. And so if I go down into the epic dig, I can see some more behavior. Is this where it's safe? Yeah, this is more lava.
Oh boy.
but this is just lava, so it's super scary to mine around lava,
Yeah, I bet it
because
is.
even when you're over here and you're digging stuff up, you've got lava shining on you, and so it's pretty.
Hmm.
I'm pretty excited to get here in my
Yeah,
dig.
that really it adds to the immersion.
It's scary. It's scary. There was let me see if I can find my way out and get to my tunnel. But I was making a tunnel, but like I had the sun coming up in the morning, and so it was shining through the tunnel, but there was a skeleton standing at the edge of my view, and the shadow of the light shining through the skeleton was just making this like ominous dark ray in the middle of a bunch of god rays.
Oh,
And that skeleton was so much scarier than the Minecraft skeleton has any right to be.
true. So, on the subject of immersion,
Hmm.
um, you think about the fact that you spend so many hours a day playing Minecraft. You know, you're digging, you're fighting monsters, you're
Hmm.
gathering your minerals, you're building and stuff like that. You're doing all of these things. You're living a mini life inside
Yeah,
Minecraft.
there's some
Um,
ore down there shining out for me,
yeah, I see it. That's cool.
getting me excited to
Um,
mine.
so because you're so immersed when you play Minecraft, um, the folks over at Nintendo figured, hey, you know what would make Super Smash Brothers more immersive?
Steve.
Minecraft and Smash Brothers. Steve Minecraft.
Amazing.
We got Steve Minecraft and Alex Minecraft and Zombie Minecraft and Enderman Minecraft.
I'm real excited about Enderman
Little
as a
Enderman
playable
with his
character.
sort of short, stubby legs.
Aw.
I loved. I've been looking at a lot of the memes today. Um, and one of my favorite ones is you've got the picture of the Enderman, who's proportioned to be an alt costume in Smash Brothers.
Hmm.
And then it's a Snapchat picture of a bunch of girls laughing, and it says, "Haha, how are you that small?"
Oh, man. We've had that ha 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 picture for a while, but
It's so good.
it's a
I
great
love it.
application of it.
I love it in response to just like really innocent, wholesome things.
Yes.
Um,
So the
yeah,
sun
but
is coming up. You can see the sun. You can see where the sun is as it gets closer to me.
hmm
And I love what I've done here with this glass top of my dig, is that the sun will sometimes shine all the way down to the bottom
Right.
and illuminate things. So as I was digging down, the sun would hit like into this cavern, or I'd be digging and then all of a sudden it gets super bright because sun rays were actually making their way there. And so here they are starting to make their way down.
Yeah, I see. Now an interesting thing I'm curious about is if you stand up at the top of that
So there
hole.
they are moving.
Oh, look at that!
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
So they're going to come down, cross the bottom, and then go back up as the sun goes more directly over this window pane I created.
Mm-hmm.
Or a cloud goes in front of them.
You know. um. Yeah, so I'm wondering if you go to the top of this hole and you look down into it, if it's like really, really dark just relative to the sunlight that's happening, like in real
Yes.
life.
Yes.
So if it just like adjusts for that and just makes it look relatively
Yeah, so if I
like,
get out here and I adjust to this light and I look down here,
yeah,
it looks so dark.
that's so good.
Versus,
Oh, well,
no!
that's about to. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I put you into this predicament by wanting to see what that looked like.
So yeah, it just looks really dark down there. Even though everything is there. And in non-ray trace, that'd be fully illuminated because it'd be, 15 brightness.
I'm so sorry I broke your super cool
That's
ceiling.
That's fine. I'll build. I can rebuild. It's Minecraft.
um, I've just been thinking about that Smash Brothers shit all day.
Oh yeah.
I'm very happy for a lot of people because a lot of people were really excited and really hopeful that you would see some Minecraft rep
Look at the
in Smash
glass.
Brothers.
Look at
Yeah,
the.
look at it. Now are those
This
blue
is.
glass panes?
These are.
Okay.
These are the default glass panes.
Oh, so they're not dyed blue. Those are just what the default ones look like.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Even though I had enough lapis to dye them, I didn't. So I also made this tunnel to see what tunnel mining would look like, and get some of that torch physics, torchlight as an example here.
Oh yeah, Torchlight. Love that game.
So if I'm here, with this torch, like this is super bright, and that was one of the things that was different because in the older game or the non-ray traced version, I guess the current game, if I put a torch down, the brightest squares were going to be immediately next to the torch.
Uh-huh.
And it would be bright here, probably 7 squares down. But the brightest squares are actually across from the torch.
Oh.
Because these blocks have their coarseness and their settings, so they're not transferring the light. Now, if this, the polished diorite thing let us see, if these were a smoother, more reflective texture, that light would travel further from the torch in the same direction.
Ooh, and I really like the sort of fog of daylight as you're coming out of a tunnel.
Well, it's because I'm in direct sunlight. If I got out of direct sunlight, I don't have nearly as much fog anymore as I did looking into those sort of God ray experiences.
Now, I realize this is a beta, so they probably don't have like all of the features ready yet, but have you played when it's raining?
Yes.
What differences happen that you know of?
I was underground.
Oh no. Because I feel
but
like
the drops are really cool. They got the water drops really cool. As far as like the sky, it's just sort of dark, really dark.
Sure.
And so as I was mining, I made this little thing to look at some of that. There's a new mob that I didn't know about called a drowned.
Oh yeah, the water zombies?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at it. Look at this little dude.
I did not know about them. They were very scary to me. And then I didn't sleep for a while and something came at me from the sky. I've been out of the Minecraft mob space for a long time. And so there's a lot in this playing the ray traced version where I'm like, I didn't know just the general things of Minecraft well enough to not be totally surprised by everything.
You should have seen my reaction when I saw a polar bear for the first time.
But like these fish, it all looks great.
He's coming at you.
Yeah.
He's mad.
Yeah. He's like, this is my water, you don't swim here.
I think
and here I've got a hole to the ceiling, so because it's daylight, you can see just all that sun coming in, illuminating this whole space up.
There's a shit ton of sun. I brought up the rain because I feel like the only thing that would like really take this to the next level is like if the weather changed very like slowly, and you would just like naturally have cloudy days where it's not like, oh, it's sunny but it's less sunny, but where you would have like actual overcast days in Minecraft.
The clouds do shift a lot of things, so if I'm in a particularly cloudy part of whatever their map is, it does get pretty annoying when I want to show this off, and it's just like clouds, because I don't get the intensity of the God rays. They're sort of diffused through the clouds because they're objects with their own values. Jeez, it looks so good. I'm in this forest. The forests get dark fast if you're in a bunch of overgrown trees. So over there is like really dark even in the middle of the day. Right. One thing that I wanted to catch, and maybe the sun's at the right place to catch it, is the experience if I do one of these stair tunnels. Yeah, we're almost perfect. If I do one of these stair tunnels, because the angle is consistent all the way down, as the sun goes, you can see it coming down.
Yeah.
There's this one moment where the sun shines all the way to the bottom, and then
Ooh.
immediately it disappears or retracts.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just
You got your
you're
little you got
digging
your
and you're
little scope on
digging,
the sun.
you're digging and you're digging and you're digging and you're digging, and then you can see it start to illuminate here. It's starting to get brighter. It's starting to get warmer.
Oh,
And then all of
we're
a
about to
sudden,
encounter that moment. Oh
the
boy.
sun is here, and you look into the sun,
Oh Jesus.
and then it disappears and leaves you. And it's so cool to
That
just
is
have
really
that
cool.
experience. And you only get it if you're mining east-west.
And then you look up through that tiny little window of sunlight, and as it disappears, in its place stands Cuba Gooding Jr.
There it is. Perfect Minecraft experience right there. So those are the normal survival things that I found. Like your windows, you can do so much more with your windows because the sun just comes in and goes out and whatnot. Let me see if I can get us back to. Let me see if I can drop my stuff off.
Yeah, so I think it would be nifty if you started experimenting with. I mean, I don't know if it lets you do both. Like I said, it's a beta. I'm not intimately familiar with what it does and doesn't let you do, but I think it would be fun to like experiment with like higher resolution texture packs and like see how they perform, because we're just on default right now, right?
We're just on the Minecraft provided texture packs. There are a couple photorealistic ones that have been made, and so there's a bunch of other texture packs, but I wanted to get the experience of see if ray traced Minecraft was playable in survival mode. And that was my big test: is can I enjoy this if I turned it on and never turned it off? Would I ever want to go back? And the answer is no, especially when it does stuff like this in my
that's
tunnel.
so cool!
As
Look at that.
you get the last ray of sunlight as it disappears from the planet.
It's a sunset you can look at without blinding yourself.
That is important. Do not look directly at the sun in real life to compare. Just let Minecraft do that for you. And then it gets dark, and then everybody tries to attack me, and I run into my little bed, and I sleep.
Ooh, have those options always been there?
Which ones?
The open chat.
Yeah, this is also only available in Minecraft Bedrock Edition.
Oh, gotcha. So this is not Java edition.
So this is not the Java edition, and so there were some learning curves that I had to do, but they've really brought them into parity since the last time I said, oh, I'll stick with Java. Because it used to be that Bedrock didn't have a bunch of the features and functionality and mobs and environments and biomes, but they really have changed that. So they're much more in parity now, and so I can't say. It really depends on what kind of server experience you want, because there are still more mods
we got a
for the
pillager over
Java
there.
edition. Yeah, I have no idea what these guys are.
You have no idea what they are?
They came at me. I killed a bunch a while back.
They won't hurt you if you just stay put. But they raid villages. They go to the NPC villages, and attack the people there.
Wow.
So by killing them, you protect the village, but also that makes them mad, and then more show up.
They were facing off against a wandering trader that came to my place, and it was just real bad. I think they killed his llamas. What the?
They killed what?
I think they killed his llamas.
I heard. I think they killed Islam.
No.
Oh, that's bad.
That's bad. Don't do that. No, I think that the pillagers killed the wandering trader's llamas, is I think what happened. Because the trader suddenly didn't have llamas. Alright. Whoa. Alright, so I've got it cranked up to 16. They recommend ray trace Minecraft to have a render of 8 chunks, just because it's intense on your system.
Right.
And
yeah.
I doubled it, but let's see how high I can take it without crashing this system.
So another question I have about Bedrock Edition is do Minecraft Java owners just get Bedrock, or do you have to pay for that separately?
There was a time in history when you could. So when Microsoft had originally bought Bedrock, or when originally bought Minecraft, there was a moment where there was a deal and you could transition and get access to it. And I didn't do it at the time because it was the Windows 10 edition.
Oh,
There,
right.
this
Oh,
is the
yeah, they called
pre-built
it
stuff.
Windows 10 edition, so it sounded like it was shit.
Yeah. And that has become Bedrock. And so I didn't take advantage of that, so I had to buy Bedrock additionally. So now I've bought Minecraft a couple times.
Is this... What?
This is a world that was made to show off, or somebody's world, and they're showing off ray tracing in it. So I'm going to other people's stuff now.
Okay, I was gonna say, damn, you weren't gonna tell me about all this shit?
I didn't do this. I've never explored this. I immediately jumped out and went my own way.
You can go your own way.
And I did. So I'm gonna take a look at what's pre-built here with you. So we're discovering this new.
And now I've done it. And now I am my own way.
Oh man.
Dig that, quote unquote, parents.
Quote unquote parents. I like these trees.
Wearing my System of a
These
Down t-shirt.
Dragons.
There's dragons.
There's just dragons in the sky.
Oh my goodness.
This is the Crystal Palace.
Ooh. Like from Paper Mario.
Maybe.
Yeah, a little less
Just a-
complex
a
than that.
Creeper.
More
in the bath.
visually sophisticated. No, you know what? I'm gonna say more complex than the Paper Mario level, because like that level was just some hallways and a mirror.
Yeah, this
That was
is this is a complex fountain. It looks great.
I love the one little creeper just bouncing around.
Bouncing in the bath. Nice chandelier. Good textures, good textures.
It's some nice lighting. I like the mood lighting in here. It's very comfy. Like
Yeah.
I would
Oh.
feel comfortable resting here.
Oh, was this just available to me?
Armor stands? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, some armor for you to put on.
Oh. Can I give it my broken armor? Yeah. I guess I got the pants.
You got some pants. Pants get.
Nice. Oh, there's... I've been trying to figure out how to get an anvil, too. I could have just walked over to this palace and used it as my home.
Greaves on the floor. Looking like
Whoa!
with your
Whoa!
greaves on the floor.
No!
Oh no, you've permanently damaged the build, and now the person who made the build has to fix it.
Maybe I'll edit it out of the video.
Oh man,
Oh, look at that. That's the boat I started on.
I like that boat. That's a good boat.
That's a
10 out of
good
10
it's
boat.
a good looking boat. There's stuff over there. There's a windmill, it looks like.
Wow, the view is so cool.
Yeah.
So it only applies in this context. Does not apply to the TV show.
Ooh. Beds.
Nice. I like this color. I like this color.
Oh!
Whoa!
Everything's filtered through the color of the window like it really is if you have a colored window. Oh,
Whoa!
man. Man.
Stained glass, kick ass.
I am all in on that.
You can tell the developers really developed this, and didn't not develop it.
They really put... What do you even want? Yeah, that looks cool. That looks cool. That pumpkin patch kind of thing.
What is that blue thing off in the distance? Is that like a scarecrow?
I think it's supposed to be a scarecrow.
That's cute.
Yeah. Let's see what it looks like over here with this. Ooh.
Oh, look at that!
Ooh, it's one of those.
It's got pinks and purples.
Nice. Nice, and you got a little buzzsaw that's spinning. You got your boat and your over. It looks like Legos.
Ah, this is so cool.
Those trapdoor holes look like they're Legos sticking up. So
I need to start like looking into builds that other people have made, because I know that like that's a thing where like you go onto like Planet Minecraft or whatever site, and
get out of here.
and people will just like upload these like big massive like recreations of worlds from like TV and video games and stuff.
Yeah.
Um
That'll
so,
probably
like,
kill me. I don't.
that would be a fun
parts for
thing
that.
to download and like check the ray tracing in and like take screenshots of. In case you're ever like, I want to play Breath of the Wild
Yeah, he's
again,
got
but
a
also I
little-
don't want to do any of the puzzles in Breath of the Wild again. Boom. Minecraft, Minecraft,
Done.
or you could play as Steve Minecraft in Smash Brothers
Or you could do that.
and be on
which
the Breath of the Wild map.
I will definitely be doing. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Oop, now you're fucked.
Yep. Looks like it's time to just die. And I'm back home. Oh! And then my game crashes.
I guess that'll happen.
Well, thank you for joining
Of course.
and learning about ray traced Minecraft.
I learned so much. I would say that this was an enlightening experience. Thank you for having me on.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining. Have a great rest of your night, and I'll stop the recording now.